that's why I go in and off of social media sometimes, because I'm just like I want to be absorbing good information and like growing and learning.
Actually, that's a really good point, because I actually had a conversation with someone recently, but it was about social media, and like I've never been one of those people that have been affected by social media.
I mean,
like,
you were talking about
it was us?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I've never been affected by social media. Like, people talk about how they need space and they need time, and they feel, it overwhelms them or controls them, or, makes them feel anxious, or makes them feel like they have to compare, or they scroll through people and they get tired of looking at other people's lives and all these sort of things. I've never felt any of that. And like, I think we discussed this, but I think I think this is the reason why, is because I look at social media for such a more of a business concept. I'm looking to see, okay, what's trending and how can I capitalize and start a business, doing something like this, or why are these people all hanging out? What does that mean? Like, where's the industry going? Where are the eyeballs going? Why are people so focused on these people? Like, what are they doing, or what do they have that is different to what everybody else is doing?
I think that's a rarity though. Like, you're a rare, it's for business perspectives. Like, and you are really good at staying connected to what is happening, and it's really good for your job and your career. For me, I don't know if I get too influenced by, I don't feel anxious, or I don't know. I can't really see myself comparing, at least not in the last 3 years that I've been more conscious of my use. But it's more that I know the feeling I get when I'm after I've read a book or listened to something and I'm like, oh, that was so interesting. And if I can tell and share that information with anyone, that's so cool. But okay, I've read for 30 minutes, or let's say an hour, and I have something that I've gained from it. Whereas scrolling through social media, what am I, I can't even tell you what I've just looked at for the last hour, which makes me feel so empty. I'm like, what? Time is the most precious thing we have. And I don't want to be scrolling there looking at people that might not know at all, or not really know, and looking at their life and not really attaining anything from it. That makes me feel really good. Yeah. It doesn't make me feel bad, but it doesn't make me feel good. When I could have spent that hour walking with Charlie or reading a book, and then that makes me feel good. So I have that such a big contrast.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I don't think it's completely healthy, and I think I've only learned that recently, actually, the last couple of months, because I've just started doing surf lifesaving, and so I go on patrol, and during that patrol, I don't touch my phone for about 5 or 6 hours. Literally, it's the longest period of my life. I don't touch my phone for years. Yeah. Years. I have I don't even check for a notification. I put it in my bag and I don't see it until the end of patrol.
Wow. That's
right.
Cool.
And
do you think in your head, do you think do you have that urge to go check it though?
No, not at all. Yeah. It's because I'm busy doing something that I feel good about. Yeah, cool. I'm not bored, and I feel and I'm doing volunteer work, and I feel a sense of responsibility as well, that it's just not on for me to be distracted when my eyes should be on the water, and if something happened, well, that's on me, and that's just not, it wasn't worth it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But when I've experienced this time away, and the first time I noticed a little bit, didn't really focus, and the second time and third time, I was like, wow, this really feels good. Yeah. Because you know what was killing me, and it still sort of does, and I didn't realize, because I just sort of got into the normality of it, is notifications. Yep. The ping, what pops up in my phone. Yeah. I've had a few buzzes on my phone. It fucking drives me insane in my mind. Yeah. And I'm also the personality, if I get a message, I have to reply. Yeah. I'll be fucking on the toilet and I'll just be replying, or I'll take a piss and I'll pull out my phone to start replying, because I feel like it's another thing I have to do.
But you know that,
and I want to get rid of that task off as soon as possible. So that's why I reply to people instantly. That's why I answer a call instantly. I'm always available. And if I am not on my phone, if I'm not answering a call, if I'm not texting, I'm actually busy. I'm doing something where I physically cannot get to my phone. Yeah. And that's the only reason why I'm not on my phone.
They've correlated, though, they believe in studies that the rise of anxiety has been caused from notifications, because you're constantly on alert and you just can't switch off. And it's also that reward system, because you're just getting notified of potentially a connection.
I don't have any anxiety from it. But I feel like what it does is it makes my mind feel like it's not resting.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm also not able.
That's anxiety. That's you have anxiety.
And I'm not like focused.
No,
like I feel like my attention span is actually reducing because of notifications, because I don't have enough time to sit there and really think about a process or think about something. Like I want to sit there for an hour and think about one thing, which I've recently learned, and you'll learn this from the next podcast, that apparently that's part of meditation. But anyway, I want to do that. But then what happens is I get a notification. Someone says, "Hey, what are you doing tonight?" Oh, fuck, I got to reply.
But what if you just put it on airplane or just don't disturb?
Drives me insane.
Why?
I am afraid to miss out on whatever it is. Like I feel like it's something like,
but that's
it
the
could be
addiction
important.
Process, though.
It could be important, and I missed it, and I'm like, I can't miss it. Like, and I just can't miss it. I can't miss it. It's like an addict.
That's what I mean, though. Like, because you'll have that feeling, and even if it's not even if it's not like, what are you doing tonight's plans, even if it's you've already checked it, so then you're going to reply anyways. It might not be what are you doing tonight, it might just be a random notification or a random message, but you're going to take the time to reply still because you're distracted.
And I also feel like when I've seen it, I have to reply. Like I've seen it.
Yeah. I'm like that too. Like, or I'll call. But yeah, I'm like that too. I'm not, because if I don't reply, then I'll forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, I feel like bad, like in myself, because I'm like, I've seen your message. The least I can do is respond to you.
Yeah.
And it won't take me long. It'll only take me a second to respond.
Yeah.
I can respond.
Yeah.
No problem. I'm not busy. And if I was busy, I wouldn't respond. I wouldn't even answer. But I'm not busy. You know, and like I don't do this whole thing like, oh, I just don't feel like it. No, you've taken the time to message me. Like I should respond. No, you know?